One Saturday morning, I opened the window of my bedroom in the cool air that blew and smelt of the morning dew. The birds were chirping merrily and I quickly washed up and got dressed for the day. While I was eating breakfast, someone knocked on the front door and, with my mouth full, I walked over to open it. I smiled when I saw that it was my neighbor and some of our friends. They asked me to join them in a head-to-head soccer match and I agreed. I grabbed my soccer ball and headed to the soccer field in high spirits. After playing for an hour or so, the score was tied. Suddenly, John, my other neighbor, pointed out dark gray clouds filling the sky. They all looked hesitantly at the foreboding weather and wondered whether to stop the game. "Come on. It's just the weather." "What's the big deal?" I shouted. Agreeing with me, they all nodded their heads and went to their positions. I did the same. John then said, "First team to score the next point wins." Everyone agreed. John took the ball and dribbled it to the net. He managed to avoid the other team's defenders and took the last shot. He scored. His team cheered and everyone agreed that it was a good game. Everyone, except me. My face turned red with anger as my team had lost. Just then, it started raining cats and dogs. I decided to continue dribbling to blow off steam and practice for the next round. Everyone else went home. I was too stubborn to accept my loss and continued playing for another hour before I decided to go home, drenched to the skin. Wet and cold, I shuddered as the wind blew and finally made it to my front door. Shortly after I reached home, Mum returned and saw the whole floor wet. Chagrined, she came into my room to ask what had happened and saw that the floor of my room was also wet. She also heard some dripping noises coming from my bathroom and went in to investigate. She saw my clothes hanging on the bathroom shower tap, releasing droplets of water rhythmically. By the time, I was already in bed, deep in slumber, exhausted from all the running around earlier. She decided she would deal with me the next morning, shivering and perspiring profusely at the same time. Tossing and turning, I could not sleep with all the discomfort I was experiencing. I was running a fever and did not know what to do. I started sneezing and coughing until it hurt. My mother heard me and ran through the door of my bedroom. She saw me wheezing painfully and gasping for air. Filled with anxiety, she felt my forehead and realized that I was running a temperature. She rushed to put a cold towel on my head in an attempt to bring down the fever amidst my disquieting moans. She sponged me the whole night until my fever broke the next morning. However, even though I was out of imminent danger, I was still unwell and in great discomfort. Coughing and sneezing incessantly, my mother decided to bring me to the doctor, who told us that I was suffering from a severe flu. Although I eventually recovered over the next few days, I regretted my actions and learned to heed my friend's good advice in future. Once bitten, twice shy, I never played soccer or any other sport in the rain again.